Hi everyone. In today's video I will show you how you can use route model binding but with custom column name. There are two ways that I'm going to show you. By default, Laravel will find a model record with your primary key, which in most cases is ID column. So let me show you the first way to achieve this. I have a Laravel project which has posts and users data inside the database. So I can show you the users table and posts table. Also, I've created a route in web.php that will give us back a post record from the database using route model binding. So the first way to override the default column for route model binding is by changing the key in the route. So let's say we want to get a post based on user ID. So what we are going to do is we are going to say post colon and we are going to enter the name of the column, so which in our case is user ID. Let me show you the result we receive when we are not defining the column and also when we are defining the column in the web routes. So if I go to the browser and hit my URL and let's say I enter the ID of 2. So you can see we are getting back the result of post with an ID of 2. But let's say we want to receive the post where the user ID is 2. So let's add the column here. Save, go back to the browser and hit refresh. So you can now see that we are getting back the post where the user ID is 2 and the post ID is 22, which is the first post in the database where the user ID is 2. So this was the first way to achieve route model bindings using a custom column name. The other way to achieve this is going into the model. First, let me show you how Laravel works and how it uses the primary key as the default key name for route model binding. So if we go into our model and we open the model class, and if we search for get route key name, so this is the method that Laravel uses in order to get the key name. And if we open this method, you can see it is returning the primary key, which is ID column. So this is how by default Laravel works. It uses the primary key for route model binding. Now in order to override this, the other way is to copy the method get route key name and define it in your model. And inside we have to return the column that we want to use. So that is user ID. Now if I go back to the web browser, I can show you that I have removed the column from here and I've added this method in the model. So let's go back to the browser and hit refresh. You can see that we are still getting the same result. I've shown you two ways to achieve route model binding using custom column, but which one should you use? When you want to override the default key for only some specific routes, then you should use the first approach, which is overriding in the route file. If you want to override the key for every model instance, then you should override in the model file. I hope you liked the content of this video. If it was helpful for you, kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. If you have any query, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Or if you want me to create a video on some specific topic, let me know in the comment as well. Thank you for watching this video.